let's jump into it. This is a Facebook message, and it's this. Hi, Glendon. My business is growing steadily, and now I've been doing it long enough to see a monthly pattern. Specifically for me, things slow down the last week of the month because, of course, rent is due. That is, we run out of operating capital. I use this slow time to update inventory and research strategies that I can adapt. It also gives me a chance to sort out my aged inventory. I've looked at a lot of your videos and I've not seen one that addresses this, and I may have missed it. Could you do a YouTube tutorial speaking about, number one, how to utilize your time when business is slow, and what to do to boost your business when this happens? I want you to think about something. It's the summer, right? For the last few weeks, I've been saying it's slow. I don't have any sales. What's going on? What do I do? How can I make it better? And I'm telling you, right now, yes, right now, the time is to buy. What's going on, people? Few announcements. There are many of you that are like, where are the ebooks? Where this? All the links are below. Making Money A to Z, Pimping Craigslist, Hustler Mindset. Everything is below every video, and there are some goodies and deals for this upcoming holiday week. Yeah, they're coming. So if you want to get it now. But before we get into the video, 3, how long do you keep inventory? Does it make a difference how long you keep it depending on what it is? Example, dining set versus small expensive glass figurine. C, in today's market, what would you do with aged inventory? If you address this, could you provide me the link or do a refresher course? Thank you, Tosh. Okay, asked a lot of questions and I've addressed every last one of those questions in several videos. However, there are 630 videos on this channel and they're all over the place. So let's deal with the first one, and I can help you with that because this is a great question for the summer when a lot of people are slow. Number one, you need to have a plan. When you have a plan, there's always things that you cannot address when you have a plan. So when you have a plan and there is a slow time, really there isn't a slow time, because this day is very interesting because I've had 2 people in my Hustler Mindset group that said the same thing. It's like, I'm not working that hard, but I'm making sales. The day is amazing. You got to understand, the work that you do today may not pay off until next month or the month after or the month after, or maybe not even until next year. And this is where people run into problems. When they're not getting the immediate gratification monster all up on their back, hugging you, slapping you, saying, you the man or you the woman, then they become discouraged and they stop doing the things that will make them successful, i.e. working hard, having a plan, and dealing with their business. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what happened to me. Recently, I was sick. Sinus infection turned into a summer cold, which kind of freaked me out because for 9 days, really 10, I could not speak. I'm talking about straight mute. Nothing came out. Throat was all sore. It was just nasty, nasty. So during this time, I actually started writing. And up to this date, I'm up to 43,000 words on some new projects. So because I had a plan and because I had a list of things that had to be done, because I couldn't speak and I couldn't do podcasts and I couldn't make videos and I couldn't do audiobooks, I had something that I immediately went to that kept me busy, and I created a new product. So number one, have goals for your business. Do not be what I call a get money hustler. I'm going to do whatever I can to get some money. That's wonderful. It seems like you're flying by the seat of your pants. It's exciting, it's sexy, and it's a recipe for being one of those people with no retirement plan. Because if you're only reacting as a get money hustler, you're not really building anything and you're losing ground. Because if you build stuff, which is slower, you'll get those days where, wow, you're not working that hard, but you're still making money because of the effort you put forth weeks, months, or years earlier. That's very, very important to get around a delayed gratification model. Now, let's really talk about her query. What it is about slow moving inventory. First of all, you have to ascertain, is your inventory something that the marketplace will want now, later, or whatever. And there's ways to do this. Go to eBay, check the completed listing, completed sales. Understand there will be a differential between the completed sales price in the summer than in the fall. And let's talk about that. I'm actually going to do a webinar. I'll put a link below. It's going to be getting ready for the fall. It's going to be $10. And actually it'll be free because that $10 will be a coupon for anything else later on. I'm doing that for a reason, and many of you know why. But I'll do that. I'll put that link below. But today is June 28th, 27th, something like that. But July, August, September, roughly 8.5 weeks from now, which is not a long time. If you're a kid, time is flying by like that because your butt will be back in school. But what you're looking at as a very long period of time is a very, very short window. What's going to happen is when the kiddos go back to school, your sales are going to start doing this. And because you've been preoccupied with the here and now, you're not making money now, you're not really focusing on what's really literally around the corner. And then when things pick up, you're going to start running out of inventory. Then you're going to have to buy your inventory at a higher price than if you bought it now. So what does all that mean? You need to have some storage. You need to have a plan. You need to be good selling a few items. Some items that you know forward and backwards. I mean, I was really good with furniture. I was good with art to a degree. I was really good with watches. There was things that I really knew a lot about that I could sell in any market because knowledge is king. Knowledge is king. Never forget that. So my advice to you is go through all of your inventory. Let's take the word slow out of it and let's put the words, is it in the proper selling channel? Because you could have something that you think is a slow seller and it's in the wrong place. Prime example, people that have garage sales and put eBay pricing at a garage sale. Tip for you garage sellers. The first wave of people coming to your garage sales, number one, are ardent deal hunters and resellers. Those are the first folks coming, and they're not going to pay those prices because they can't, either due to it's just against their religion or it's just not going to work for their business model. Those items need to go on eBay. And you have this. You have people who have stuff on Craigslist that should go on eBay. And let me give you my disclaimer. Many of you who are long-time subscribers know how I feel about eBay. It's a necessary evil. I'm not going to go, just lose your mind and go eBay crazy. But the truth of the matter is, it's the best place to sell certain items. As much as I don't like their rules and regulations, the facts are what they are. And there's another nuance. Some things that could sell on eBay will sell higher on Amazon. Now, once again, I've said these very words in 2009, 2010, 2011, but because of the huge catalog of videos I have, that's a lot of information to go through. So I'm going to do some more updates. And I may re-upload some older videos that newer people haven't seen. But understand, you must know the proper selling channel for your item. That is crucial to your success. That is pivotal to your success. So this is what you do. Go through your inventory and figure out what the hell is it. I mean, if it's name brand stuff that you can Google, that's something you might want to hold on to if the price is right. But if it's what I call no name Nan or no name Ned stuff, like your Walmart clothing line, your Target clothing line, sometimes those things can do well, but generally they were cheap to begin with and they're going to resell for an even much cheaper price. So go through your inventory and ascertain. You got to do some research. And what I do believe in is having groups of activities. So instead of doing it here and there, take one day, and that whole day you're not doing anything else. You're going to go through your inventory and you're going to research every item, and then you're going to make decisions and you're going to create piles. One pile, this is booty stuff. I'm blowing it out to the next garage sale. I'm going to the flea market. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to do whatever because it's booty stuff and it's not going to make me any money and it's clogging up my inventory chain. Then the middle of the road stuff, it's got some value and you got to figure out, do you need to put it on eBay, Amazon, or it's middle of the road. You don't really know because the price points aren't that good. And then you've got your cream of the cream. This is stuff that it'll do well in the fall. It's maybe not getting the profit you want now, but because it's the cream, you're going to hold on to it. So you got 3 piles to work with. Now, what do going back to my original premise, everyone who's a reseller, a hustler, business person needs to have a plan. I don't care who you are. It's kind of like if you won a lottery and got $200 million, I would tell you, and any financial professional will tell you the same thing, you need a budget. And to the average person, it's like, no, it's $200 million. That's an endless amount of money. No, it isn't. And just like your time is finite, you need a plan to manage your time correctly. Because if you're not managing your time correctly, you're losing out. Because time is the most valuable resource that you have. It is the most valuable resource, so you have to organize it and make the best of it, because you're not going to get another Thursday, June 28th again, 2013. You'll get a June 28th, 2014, but you're not getting this day back. Once it's gone, it's a wrap, it's done, it's taking a dirt nap. So you got to maximize all of your time. Now, let's talk about inventory. Sometimes you are going to take a loss. Sometimes you made an improper buying decision. It happens to everyone. Sometimes you're going to lose money. And when you're doing your sorting process, you may have to just say, this is booty. I'm going to take a loss, throw it away, donate it, get rid of it. Now, once again, with the plan thing, if you have a legitimate company, if you're paying taxes, you can take that donation receipt and offset your earned income. But once again, that's part of the plan. If you're flying above ground, a lot of hustlers are flying underground, so you can't really take advantage of these tax benefits. So that's another thing. 2, really take your business plan to the next level. Really just jump up there and say, where do I want to be in 2014 with this business? Where do I want to be 2015? Where do I want to be 2016? By asking yourself those questions in the future, for the future, and working your way back, you're going to come up with better business plans. You're going to come up with better decisions because you're not a get money hustler. And let me just talk about that. There's a lot of people who are get money hustlers and don't know that they are get money hustlers. They think they're business people. They don't have a plan. They jump from thing to thing and they don't build anything. So you really got to think about that. You got to think, where do you want to be with your business? What do you want to do? Do you have any long-term goals? Short-term goals? Daily task lists? If you don't have any of that stuff, today is the day to start doing it. That will move your business forward quicker than a lot of things, including getting more money, getting inventory. Because the thing is, if you have a good lick and you get something that makes you like 10 grand, that's an atypical event. It's nice, it feels good, the money smells good, but what are you going to do when that's over? Build something that's consistent, something that's going to make you money in your, week in, week out. And you can do it in any economy, because this is the deal. A lot of people do not work that hard. They just don't. They refuse, and they think there's some magic jelly beans behind a pot of gold, and if they just kick that leprechaun in the nuts and he bends over and they just snatch the gold, and they'll be good. Let go of the fantasy, people. Let go of the fucking fantasy. It's not going to happen. Now, let's talk about the summer. Getting ready for the fall. Right now, there is a ton of inventory that is freaking dirt cheap. This is what you do. You flip what you can flip fast, and anything that has value, and this goes back to a video I did, the best way to become a really good reseller is to buy value, buy quality for yourself. Because see, this is the thing. When you're always buying shit, and you're always wearing shit because you see it in the storage auction business quite a bit, you don't really get a feel for what quality is. When you buy quality, you learn to recognize quality in other items. But as long as you stay on that shit level, and people, when they go to a garage sale, they will easily give you $350, $400, $500 for a busted Herman Miller Eames chair because it's quality, and they can take it to someone that he can reupholster and he can make it sexy and funky for them. But you can have a brand new Walmart chair and people will walk by that sucker all day long. Because it's not quality. There's a movement back to quality. So for you to sell quality, you need to buy it for yourself so you can recognize it. It's like part of that, and it's part of the sales thing. If you believe in what you're selling, it's an easier sale. But if you're just like, I'm pushing this stuff out, and you think, well, people should buy it because the price is good. If they don't want that stuff, they don't want the stuff regardless of the price. So look at your business and make some decisions, because typically, I'm going to say this, you need to increase your operating budget so when rent is due, that doesn't impact your business. Because it sounds like it's kind of tight, and you're using money that maybe you may not need. I'm assuming, I don't know, but you're using money you shouldn't be using, because once you get true operating capital on the table, whether your rent, whatever, your household bills and your business bills are like two separate lovers living in distant cities. They have the same love thing going on, which is you, but they never really hang out together, and they shouldn't, because once you learn how to isolate your money like that, you will see your business start to grow because you're on top of your numbers. So you shouldn't be running, if like rent's coming and then you can't buy, you're running too lean. You might, and this is just a suggestion. You might want to just have a garage sale, price your stuff super cheap, and just blow out everything that you have right now as quick as possible to get yourself some operating capital and start buying proper, because you can get really good stuff right now for the low. I mean, I was at the garage sale this last weekend, and I bought a table. It wasn't a Herman Miller table, but it was a funky vintage table that I've had before when I was in the storage auction business. It's a little thing, and I got it for $10, but I knew where to take it, and I sold it the same day for $2.50. But I knew what it was. And it was, it was two little end tables. I mean, it's something that, most people just walk by, but I knew this sucker was made in like the 50s. There wasn't a lot. And it's almost mid-century, but it's not. And there's a lot of people that like that stuff because they're, if they have a period house, people want period furniture. And, they ain't making it anymore. You can get some repos that are nice, but the reproductions are like, whew. Have you ever been to Restoration Hardware or that other place, Room and Board? It is no joke. So understand, that might be the ticket. I mean, and when I say a sale, I'm talking about the sale of all sales. You go through your closets. If you've got clothes with tags on them that you haven't worn in 2 or 3 years, it goes for the sale. You've got jewelry that you don't wear, it goes. I mean, whole house, everything. Matter of fact, get my book, How to Make Money. Well, no, not that one. How to Make $1,000 to $2,000 at your next garage sale. For this video, and since this person asked, I'll put a special link and a special deal there, and it's just going to last for this weekend, and then it would be gone. So just to help people out. But understand, think of value versus just getting money. If you can buy an item that ties up $500 for 2 or 3 months, but around Christmas time you're going to sell that item for 2 or 3 grand, it's worth buying and holding on to. Now let's talk about space. And this is something that a lot of people run into a big problem. If you're going to run a business to get to, and I'm going to just throw some random numbers out there, you want to be at $5, $6, $7, $8, $10,000 a month gross, not net, but gross. You're going to need some space. If you have a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house with a basement garage, you could probably work that from there. But if you're living in an apartment, you're going to need to rent a storage unit. You're going to need a place that you can get inventory, because mark my words, people do not buy their inventory based on value. They buy their inventory based on what they can handle. And if you don't have predetermined space before you go out and acquire inventory, you will pass up good deals and say, well, that's too much for me because I can't handle it. And you, in your mind, right then and there, know it's a great deal, but because you haven't built the infrastructure to handle it before you came across the great deal, you can't take advantage of it. This is where the planning comes in. This is where having the, an ideal where you're going to be in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2000. You got to have that roadmap so you can make the proper decisions for your business today. Because the thing is, as I talk about in a lot of my videos, the world of work is about to go through a serious flip in the next 5 years. And there's going to be a lot more people. For you folks who are out there who are hustling right now, you have a head start on the herd. Understand, this is 2013. In 4 or 5 years, you will see what I'm talking about. There's going to be a herd of people who have never ever thought about hustling or doing anything part-time. Again, they will be forced to. So by going ahead and building your business up and getting that lead dog start, you'll be in a much better position to take advantage. Because the thing is, opportunities are never going to go away. They're just going to have different faces. But they're never going to go away. You need to learn how to realize that. So just from the top, assess your inventory. Take a whole day and figure out what needs to stay, what needs to be in the maybe pile, and what you're going to really blow out. Add as much stuff that you do not use in your personal life. Get rid of that stuff. Because when you get rid of that stuff, you free up more room to get stuff that makes you money. Have a sale, set some goals, put down some financial numbers. I want to make $2,000 a month extra. I want to make $3,000. Put that on a sheet of paper, on your iPad, on your little dog that follows you around all over the place, so you can see it constantly and embed that desire in your mind so you make the appropriate actions to make it reality. Because understand, you don't have to make a decision if you want to elevate your game, because I firmly believe either you're growing or you're dying. And understand, Redneck Picker made this a few years ago. You know, the others, they're coming. They came, and guess what? There is a bigger herd, a robust, a larger, wider, wide as a 2-mile tornado group of folks that are coming, that you think the resale space is crowded right now? You ain't seen nothing, because you got a group of people who are like 40-some years old right now. In a few years, it's going to be 45. You're kicked out of corporate America. They're going to have to do something to put food on the table, to put petrol into the whip. They're going to have to. They're going to be forced into hustling. So I'm telling you, get your hustle in best shape possible right now, because when all these other folks come out, it's going to be elbow. It's going to be like in the club, 11:30 at night, and you trying to get your little dance on, because it's going to be packed. Right now, you got room to juke and jab and maneuver, because I'm telling you, get your plan together. So that hopefully gives you some insights and a little bit of guidance on what to do. And for more guidance, go to my channel page and hit the about, or hit videos. And there's a little switch where you can hit and go from oldest to new, and you will get a lot of benefit from 2009 to around end of 2011. There's a lot of those videos. They're shorter. They're dealing mostly with resale. So that's another place you can look for some information. All right, and with that, I will see you on the good side. All right, it's the end of the video. Some of you already know the deal, you dirty bastards. Stop putting that shit in the comments. Don't do it. I'm gonna bitch slap your ass. But for those of you who hung around to the end, I got a super deal for you. What I'm gonna do is everything that's coming up, and there's a lot coming up, it's a one-time package deal. You'll get 1 month in membership to the Hustle Mindset Project. Every ebook, plus the new ones that are coming, and there's 3. And you will be part of the new economy deal. There's a lot of stuff. It's $250, and it's a limited offer. It will disappear before the 4th of July. It'll be just gone. It'll be toast. It'll be dirt. But it's a special offer because I'm getting ready to kick off a webinar series tomorrow. So if you bite the bullet, you'll be part of that. And also, it's pre-recorded, so you don't have to be there, because I've learned from years and years of doing this, pre-recorded is best, because everyone needs the ability to come get it in their own time because of family, school, obligations, and so on and so forth. So that's the deal. How do you get this deal? Email me. That's right. Go to storageauctionshogun.com, hit the contact tab, and say, I want the $250 special. And I'll send you a link, and you'll be golden. And with that, I'll